going to be a very quick review on the Emily Ley Simplified Planner. Now, for those of you that have been watching my videos, you probably already know that I have somewhat of a planner and stationery obsession. I was initially obsessed with the Erin Condren Life Planner, and I still really love this planner, but towards the end of last year, I felt like it just wasn't suiting my needs anymore. I felt like I just needed a little bit more space, and overall I think I was also a little bit disappointed because I placed 2 orders with Erin Condren and there was some issues with that, but maybe I'll do a separate video on that. Anyways, that led me to discover the Simplified Planner by Emily Ley. And I had actually heard of this planner before, but I never took the time to just research and decide whether or not I wanted to purchase one. But obviously I did decide to go ahead and buy it. So today I am going to give you guys an overview of what's inside the planner, what's included, and at the end I will tell you the pros and the cons. So we're going to go ahead and just get started. Now, the first thing that you will notice, the first thing that you will notice from the outside is that the planner is not customized like the Erin Condren Life Planner, and this isn't actually a comparison video, so I'm going to try not to refer to that planner too much. But the cover itself is just very simple. They have about 4 different designs that you can pick from. I'll leave any information that I found in the description box. But they have various designs that you can pick from, and I just went ahead and got this one that has small golden pineapples. I thought it was really cute. And obviously, as you guys can tell, this is a coil bound planner. Emily Ley, basically what she says on her website is that she created this as a very simplistic planner for those that don't want all the extra fuss and all the extra stickers and all the extra nonsense that usually comes included in planners. Now, while I do like stickers and I do like all that stuff, I am honestly a little bit more, well, I like to think that I'm more simple when it comes to my planners. I do like to use stickers, but I don't just randomly decorate with them. I don't use a sticker unless I have a purpose for it. This is the planner when you open it up. It does come with a folder in here, and honestly, I feel like this folder is a little too tight, so I haven't even put anything in there. And then you get a brief description on, I think, about 1 or 2 pages about the planner. Then you get a bucket list, and that is pretty much all that's included in the planner aside from your actual monthly and daily views. So this is a look at my January. The only thing I put on here are my bills that we have to pay. On Wednesdays, I have my weigh-in Wednesdays. And then I have other little important stuff on here, such as my paydays and oil changes that we have to do on our vehicle. And this is what a day looks like. I'm trying to find one that doesn't have too much personal information on it. Let's see. Okay, so this is what a daily page looks like. Of course, I'm showing you guys an option that has already been filled out, but you pretty much have your different times of the day. You have a section for notes and for dinner, and then you have a to-do section. Now, what I really loved about this is that it did break everything down to the hour. Because even though I don't necessarily always follow this exactly as it is, what I found myself doing a lot of times with the Erin Condren is trying to cram up about 10 or 15 things that were impossible to accomplish all at once. And then I was left stressed and just anxious because I wasn't actually getting anything done. I was scheduling too many things for a given day. So I thought that having these hours like this was really going to help me with that, and I definitely do love this format. And as far as the weekend goes, I want to show you guys the weekend as well. A weekend would pretty much look like this. The weekend is pretty much exactly the same, except that you do not have the days broken down to the hour. You have a to-dos and a notes section, and you only get half a page for Saturday and half a page for Sunday, which I think makes sense. Most of us don't have a lot going on during the weekend anyways. And now let me show you guys what an empty day looks like. So here is an empty day. She keeps it very minimal with just a small quote, and that is about it. She only has a little bit of color on the top, and everything else can be either left very simple if that's how you like it, or you can go crazy with the washi tape and the stickers if that's your kind of style. And let's see. And one more time, just for reference, this is an empty weekend. So she has some options in here that are pre-filled for you. And then she has your Saturday and your Sunday with, again, no hourly schedule. And as you can tell, she does have laminated tabs for each month. And that is about it. So when she says that the planner is simple, it definitely is, because if we flip over to the last page of the planner, you will see that it ends exactly on January 1st. So there is no extra stickers on here. There's no extra, I don't know, no note section, no blank paper, nothing. It is very simple. And that brings me to the end of my video. I'm going to tell you guys basically the pros and the cons, what I've liked so far about the planner and what I don't like. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the pros, and we'll leave the cons for last. So starting with the pros, I really love the format. If you guys have a lot going on throughout your day, or if you're like me and you've tried other planners but found that you were not being realistic with yourself, or actually scheduling and giving yourself enough time to complete each task, I feel like having something that breaks everything down by the hour is really going to be great for you, because you can really see how your day is going and whether or not you're going to be able to achieve more stuff that day. So for example, let me flip back to one of my pages. Okay, so for example, on this day I had to film. So I just drew a small little line there to indicate that that was going to take about 2 hours. That consists of me hooking up my lights, filming, and getting everything ready with the equipment. So I already knew, and I set aside that allotted time. Another thing that I did another day was, for example, this one. I had to do goal planning this day, which is one of my resolutions for the year, so I went ahead and just put some washi tape on there. And if you're like me and you like to write down a lot of lists and a lot of little projects that you want to get done, whether it's that day or on another day, but there's not a particular time when it needs to be accomplished, hopefully I made sense. But if you like to make lists, if you're a list maker like me, this will also be good for you, because you have the entire section on this side for your to-dos. And although I am not particularly fond of having this dinner section, I just basically use that for whatever I want. You can definitely just write over that, or just put a piece of tape and then go ahead and label it differently. But what I use my dinner section is for my health. So I will write right here whether or not I drink soda that day, which is something I'm trying to control. I will write what I ate if I am going to be, I don't know, if I feel like doing it for the day. I will write down whether or not I worked out, and pretty much anything health related. And yeah, that is, I guess, what you can say that I like about the planner. I like that the day is broken up really well. I like the way that the layout is for Saturday and Sunday. And I like the way that the month is laid out as well. I feel like she keeps it simple enough to where anything that you add to the planner and to the monthly view is going to be noticeable. Sometimes with the Erin Condren, I felt like there was already a lot of color, and while I do love that, that kind of just takes away a little bit from the things that I really wanted to highlight and I wanted to have noticeable or noticed on my planner. So that is something that I really, really love. And I do like as well the little quotes that she has on the top. They're very small, very minimal. They don't take a lot of space at all on the planner, and they're very inspirational. So that was really, really good. Now, moving on to the cons. There are unfortunately several things that I don't like about the planner. The first thing that I immediately noticed and did not like was the coil. I'm not sure why, but I don't particularly like this coil. I find that it doesn't turn as easily as the Erin Condren coil does. So for example, this is the 2016 horizontal planner, which I also want to do a video on, but this just turns so easily, and I don't ever have trouble turning these pages whatsoever. Whereas with this planner, I feel like I do have a little bit of trouble. I feel like I have to just kind of go nice and steady, which I know it's not that big of a deal because it didn't take me forever to open it, but it's just a little tedious. I want it to just glide through. So that's the first thing that I didn't like. I'm not crazy about this coil. I also don't like the fact that the coil is this big. I know a lot of people love having the big coils, and they even made it a little bit bigger on the Erin Condren one this year, but even then, if you look at them side by side, there's a huge difference. And I mean, this is a spiral bound planner, so it's not like you can go crazy adding things everywhere. And while you may be able to add a few things here and there and maybe paper clip some stuff, staple some stuff, or even buy those little clips that allow you to add stuff, even then I feel like there's no need for the coil to be that big. Okay, so that being said, the next thing that I didn't like about the planner was the material of the cover. I knew this was going to be cardboard. I knew it wasn't laminated plastic like the Erin Condren, and that's actually something that I liked because I felt like it was going to look more like a grown-up planner. It was going to look more sophisticated, more overall just more like an adult's planner. But what I found was that it gets dirty super, super easy. So I've only had this for about 2 weeks now, and I don't know if you guys will be able to see that, but it is dirty right here. Now, I am very, very careful with my planner. I do take it with me to work, and I do a lot of my planning at work. But I'm very careful with it. I don't have a mess in my purse. I usually just place it in there nicely. But even then, just laying it on my desk gets it dirty, and I've cleaned it, and it's kind of impossible to keep clean. They do have a blue option, but it's a very, very light blue, so I have a feeling that it would be the same issue with that one. And let's see, is there anything else I wanted to add to that? Overall, I am happy with the planner. I do love the format of it. I love the way the layout is inside, and I love that it's very simplistic, which is definitely my style. I like simple. That way I can go ahead and customize it if I want, or keep it that way, which makes it just look very nice and work appropriate as well. So I do like the layout. I'm just not a fond of the cover, not a fond of the coil, not a fond of it not opening easily, and I think it's also just too bulky to carry around. So all in all, I do recommend this planner, but I would say it's more suitable for someone that just needs a planner to stay at home and to keep at home. If you're going to be lugging this around, I don't think it's the best option. I know that if you actually look at it side by side with this one, it doesn't look like much of a difference, but honestly this one does feel heavier, and it feels nice and sturdy, and I do like that, but I just feel like it takes up more space in my bag, and I don't know, that's just that's just how I feel personally. I don't want to talk bad about the planner because I do love it. Those are just minor little things that I wish would be addressed. But anyways, that was it for today's video. I did want to mention very quickly that the planner comes in a very gorgeous box, and if you didn't know, I absolutely love boxes. I have a weird obsession with them. I even have some pretty boxes here that are completely empty. I haven't figured out what to use them for, but I love boxes, and this is a very, very nice box that it comes in. And you can definitely use this to store maybe planner supplies or pictures, anything like that. But anyways, that was it for today's video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, that was it. I have to go to class already, so I'm gonna go. And if you have any questions, comments, anything, leave them down below, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!